Okay, we are back. We're watching some Polish league today. It's Olsztyn versus Lubin. You guys should know the rosters. We watched them a few times now. We got Karliczek, the German outside. He's super explosive, fun to watch. We have this guy running the offense. I forget where he's from. I assume Polish, but I'm not sure. Lots of Polish guys on this team. Lots of different guys going in and out. Not sure. Whatever. Swartz, Hadrava, big lefty. He's got a cool serve. Oops, that's an accident. Keep it going. Back to presets. Okay, and then we got Halir Heno playing right side for Lubin. He's the lefty that played at UCI. He's a baller. We got Leon. Of course, he's got the most swings. He went off this game. And then I think Vachnik is playing on the outside as well. Which, who do we have? Who did they have last time? It was the Canadian kid. But anyways, and then we got McCarthy, another Canadian, in the middle. But we'll see. We'll get it going. We'll get it going right here. Okay, let's get it going. Serve. He misses the serve. And then we got McCarthy getting a little tape ace over there with the spin. And just quickly, this is kind of something that I like to focus on when I'm serving, is just look at how far he tosses his ball to his right. And it's just comfortable. It opens up his shoulder. Everything's comfortable. He's not leaning a certain way. He's vertical. When he's hitting that ball, it just looks good. It's just clean. It's easier. Just so you know. Same deal. Spinner chops it short on the setter there. Let's see, out of system. Karliczek gets absolutely roofed here. Not a bad idea. Looks like he's trying to go for the hands there. But that's why I try to attack the smaller blocker and pick apart whoever's the smallest guy at the triple block there. So definitely not Leon, definitely not the middle. Gonna have to go Heno, which Heno's still a good blocker. But also you have good options too when there's a triple block up there and you don't feel confident swinging. You can tip, get the setter out, or you can tip somewhere, be aggressive, or try to recycle too. But that's a weird move there. But it's a guessing game sometimes when you're hitting against a triple block. Karliczek up there again, swings down that line. It's a really nice swing. Just a great angle. Super sharp down the line. Good dig with the hands. Doesn't stay up though. 3-1, starting us off here. Good run. Good run. You see the middle, following the middle here. Jumps with him. Jumps early. Dives to the 5. The guy makes the right choice. Chips it underneath. Fair enough. That is their Polish guy. I assume Heno misses his serve. Karliczek. It's a good serve. Picking apart. Leon here. And we're probably going to see this a ton, is they just pass 4 on whoever's a good server. Because he played outside in college. He's going to be just fine passing. And he gets Leon out of system here. Yeah. And he's not even going all kamikaze with his serve. He's just hitting the ball on Leon with a decent amount there. This is the option here. This is the option that I'm talking about. Is you got a triple block up here. That's a good triple block. It's obviously a very out of system scenario, just like the other one was. And so he approaches, gets his feet there still, tips into the block. That's either going to be a recycle if it comes back on this side. If not, still puts them under pressure, gets them over. Gets an overpass there. And then you're in system. Super fast tempo against Leon, which I don't mind it. I don't mind it because this guy's got a decent arm swing. He's going to swing high on Leon, trying to make him go fast here. And, I will say that works well early in the match when whoever the blocker isn't really expecting a super fast tempo. But then, it may adapt to where the guy just leaves super early and puts a big block up in front of you. You never know. Let's see that block move again. He follows the middle here. Okay, front row middle. Follows him. Hits a little split step here. Look at it just plants with that foot. Runs. Goes off a 1 foot. Presses well. It's not like he's closed. It's not like he's closed the gap or anything. But he's pressing well, and it turns into a really nice touch. Almost gets him a block there. Resets again. Of course, he's cheating over a bit because, it's definitely not going to go to this guy, most likely. And then makes a good move, presses well. Well, he looks young, but those are some good moves there, some good high level moves. And especially with that one-legged move, he can always continue to make that move faster. Karlachek gets caught on his heels there. Yeah, you just gotta be stable and just ready to jump at the ball there. I think that's a very diggable ball. That's a great touch by the block. Great block touch. Great slowdown. Very diggable ball. Those are the points that you need against a really good team like this. Out of system again. Olsztyn's been out of system very, very much here, right off the bat. 5-6. Tries to tip it into the block. Looks for maybe a recycle here. Maybe tries to go in between. Putting up good blocks. And I mean, I don't know. It doesn't seem like Lubin's really putting up crazy serves or anything. But they're getting him out of system. Karlachek's not like the cleanest passer there is. He's a fine passer. He's an outside, but still. And then he just brings it too low. Not a great start for Olsztyn here. And it starts with the serve and pass, man. Again, same deal. Overpass by Karlachek. It's not even a crazy serve. It's just a float. Maybe he should get up, get his hands on it, whatever. Who knows? Let's see what he does here. Float goes short on the libero. Good for them to keep the middle. Keep the middle as an option. Try to find that ball there. Just a good soft touch. Honestly, not a bad move by the middle here. Gets the kill, actually. So, it's pretty good. It's just this right here is why you keep it high and swing deep, is because then if the middle's late, if you swing hard enough, it'll just bounce out. And it's not going to be a roof by any means. Great pass. Let's see that one more time. And you see Wilfredo Leon just passing a single sliver here. There's not much. Just sneaking over here, passing just this. So then the libero can cheat over, pass a little extra. It's a really nice pass. Really, really nice angle there. And then you got Wilfredo Leon alone here. And it looks like they're cheating a lot, which it's pretty high tempo, but still. Yeah, and then, yeah, I mean, this move will work if he swings to this right hand, but if he swings to this left hand, you're probably not getting the block. You're probably getting tooled like that. So, I mean, just keep seeing the ball. I don't know if the guy saw it or not, but just got to see the ball. Got to see the whole play. Read it well. Sometimes your reads are going to be wrong. It happens. Looks like this guy's a little bit early here. Looks like he's coming down, yeah. Good soft touch. Let's see the block move real quick. Heno, just a standing block move. Gets a good touch. Lefty on the outside. Oh, that guy's a lefty. Fun. You got two lefties out here with Wilfredo Leon. Yeah, and then you see this guy here. No middle available. And he's just starting to bite, jumping somewhere. Jumps on Wilfredo Leon, gets beat, and then, yeah, leaves a hole. Stuff will happen. You just got to be super patient in those scenarios. You're going to be able to recover, especially with Wilfredo Leon. He's got such a high window that the tempo can only be so fast with him, So you're going to have time to recover on him. Another great run. I like Olsztyn really trying to push this connection here and force these middles to be prepared in the middle. Even on balls like this, quick balls, boom, no approach, being ready, going up for it. And again, being ready for something like that just allows your setter to do a little extra sometimes, Deep out of system, Heno. Ooh, hella. Whoa. Yeah, that's, it's tough. That's a tough ball because he's a lefty and stuff, but dang. And then a really nice serve from this fella here. Okay, so on the last serve, Heno dropped, and then they got beat in the seam here, so he doesn't go for the same seam. I would try to attack that same seam, see if they fix it or not. But, hey, this guy might just be ripping, Halaba, I think is his name. Just make this up a little bit. There you go. Let me go back here. Where's the misconnection here? I feel like Wilfredo Leon might have just kind of hesitated, or that ball just wasn't far enough. And again, as a setter, especially on a ball like this, where it's kind of like a difficult angle, miss it in front, miss it on his right arm, because If not, then you're just going to have a misconnection and put a free ball over like that. Good block. Pressing that left hand really well. Just reaching. Look at his, like, I don't know if you guys can see it, but you can tell that he's just like reaching and just extending his shoulders as far as he possibly can to get over the net there. Same deal out of system now. Attacks him. Watch the finish here. Like, he's finishing his hands into the middle of the court here without sacrificing how much he's closing the center here. Like, he's not going super far outside of his body. It's just a subtle here. Just there. Like, that's all it is. It's not something crazy out here. It's just a little bit right there. See that? That's all it is. That's all it is. And I mean, if you're alone, then maybe it's different. Maybe you got to go like bigger angle, take more, whatever. Something like this maybe. But if you got a double block up there, then I don't think you need to. Honestly, not a bad move from Heno, but of course he makes an angle kind of towards. I mean, he tries to go down with it, but it just hits the inside of his arm. Kind of unlucky. Stuff will happen. Spinner hits the seam again, challenges the seam. I like that. Heno, he's so jumpy. I like it. He's so jumpy with his short arms and good arm swing, and he's just got range. He's good. He's a player that's really good on like a fast tempo, in my opinion. You know, because he's got a really fast arm swing, and he just throws the ball, dunks it, tips it, whatever he's got to do sometimes. Gets dirty sometimes. Wilfredo Leon, swinging as hard as he can at the top of the block. That's kind of his style out of system, you know. Sometimes he just goes OT, sometimes he misses the hands, sometimes he just blasts it and breaks somebody's fingers. Yeah. And this is a reason why you you want to take away whoever, like, someone's easier angle. Like, you're not going to get a block every time, but taking away what's easier for them, force them to do something like this, where it's more likely for him to make an error, you know? Like, if someone really likes cross, you take the cross away from him. If he scores down the line, cool, good for him. But it's probably more likely that he's going to make an error down the line. And it depends on who you're playing. You know, sometimes that's reversed, whatever. Hits him on top of the head. Stuff happens. Heno with a nice serve. Semi system here. I wonder if he could have made a better move there, but I wonder if these guys, I mean, they might just be waiting here. You know, with this level here, when he's, you know, setting the ball from 10 feet, or well, 3 meters, whatever you want to call it. I mean, these guys both are still a great option. So it really is almost like a perfect pass. Like, you ask pretty much anybody, a pass like this is perfect at that level, you know, so. Oof. Yeah, and then just a good swing off the hands at a good angle. Yeah, really nice. Just going for corners. If it hits off somebody's hands, then, I mean, as long as you're high enough and swinging deep enough, then it's going to go off outside the court, I guess. Good swing by Heno. Wilfredo Leon, what a bomb. What an absolute monster serve there. Good for him keeping that ball alive, honestly. Like, it's a really hard serve. Chips off the block there. Yeah. And, like, of course, a ball like this where it gets really tight to the pin, you want to close the pin. You want to close to the pin. Like, if he's getting pushed back like this setter, and this guy's going to have to be closer to the pin, most likely, you know. Like, if he's still behind, it's going to get real tight to the pin, and you don't want to leave this space here because that's what's going to be easy for him, you know. Like, it's just right in front of him if it's really close to the pin. So the further this gets, like, you see him shuffling over, but it's just then he doesn't move far enough and then doesn't reach around the ball, you know. Let's see, floater. Perfect pass. Good hands over the top. Oh, my gosh. That's a fun-looking route, dude. That's a fun-looking route from a lefty, too. Like, got to get comfortable on that. That's really nice. That's really cool to see. Over the top. Has these guys jump into each other. Bang. Great swing deep, too. Really fun run. Perfect pass again. Yeah. And you want to be able to trust your block here, you know? So, like, on defense, you almost want to wait to do anything crazy. Like, you see how he jumps in and, like, gets into a position where he can't move, you know? And he does that pretty early because right here, you see how he starts moving? He sees that the guy's going to start swinging around here. But the block is also going to see that. So you still have to stay disciplined, stay around it, and wait for the block to do something, you know? Like, and I noticed that first when I was playing defense against, like, someone swinging on a pipe or something. Because the block usually dives one way. And if you go early, if you go before the block moves, sometimes that block's gonna get right in front of you, and then it's just like, oh shoot, now I'm doing nothing, you know. Good swing off the hands there. Gets that ball high, takes a nice angle, bang. And again, taking a nice angle like that too forces this guy to be clean. Because even if you're hitting the block, if he's not clean and pressing really well, chips off like that. Okay. Spinner, lefty spin, chops it short. Let's see here. Really nice. And I mean, McCarthy's pressing. I mean, that's a commit. And he's pressing really, really far over. Dude just sneaks it right underneath him. Good for him. And I like how far he's approaching from. Like, he's jumping from very far off the net, which gives him space to swing there. I think it's a really nice kill. Phenomenal angle, phenomenal choice by the kid. And then he sadly misses his serve. McCarthy, bang, nope. Spinner. A little bit of an early connection on this platform here, and he has to swing a little bit, but still not a bad pass, not a terrible pass at all. Leon tries to sneak it down the line there, which, I don't know. If you're going to try and sneak it past him on the line, you don't want to go slow with it. You want to go, like, tough and, you know, fast with it, aggressive with it. And then just a huge swing. Huge swing to the deep corner that time. Bang. Not much is going to stop that. Hello. Ooh. It's an ace. Right over top of the middle, too. That's just tough. That's a good serve. That's a really nice serve. Big serve again. He's kind of short. He's kind of shallow in that court, but I don't know. I mean, because, like, you see where he is. He's there, and then where he passes that ball is kind of behind him. Like, he's kind of jumping back a little bit, which shows me that he might just be too shallow there. Hadrava. Big old swing. For a big lefty out of system, that's a really nice swing. Good read on defense, putting that ball high. You gotta love playing in a gym like that where you can just launch it as high as possible. Yeah, it's tough. Lefty out of system on the outside there. It's just not a good approach for him. It's tough. Tough to do. Middle, bang. Yeah. And it's tough playing against them because the middles have to make some really tough decisions because there's some serious weapons on the pin, you know? I mean, he's still pretty much almost committing, but since he's still alone, there's going to be space around him to score. And that's the end of the first set there. McCarthy, good serve. And this isn't really a 100% serve here. Like, he's not hitting it 1,000 miles an hour, but he hits it to a good angle. And in the same way that we were talking about forcing someone to swing into a harder angle than what they like into their less desired angle, I guess you could say. Forcing this guy to pass it further outside of his body, even if it's not as hard of a serve, it might just end up in a pass like this because it's a harder move to make because it's out here instead of bang right in his lap. You know, so gets him semi in system, gets a decent double block in front of him. Good defense by this setter here. Just quick hands. And, like, I really like this. I think this is something that should be practiced so much more in American gyms, is just, like, throwing their hands up to the ball. Like, I had never learned that before my, fourth year in college probably. Like, never had I practiced that before deep in college. And I haven't really done it much since, you know, so I don't have great fundamentals. That's just the honest truth, though. Bang. Yeah, and he dives into the angle, which is fair, you know. And it's just a good swing. It's just a good choice, you know. With these middles, a lot of them are just so clean with stuff like that. Look at that patience by the middle too. Jumps in front of him, and then is able to recover, make a good move, and whew. And yeah, Karlachek just taking a big rip there, swinging quickly, swinging hard into the angle there. Yeah, very nice. I'll drop it. He's got like that's the serve. Like that's the serve I was talking about in the beginning. It's just it's a tough serve. It gets real funky in the angles, in the seams. He's got some power to it. The lefty cut. It's always hard. Yeah, bang. I think this might be Olsztyn's backup setter. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But yeah, of course, Wilfredo Leon's gonna win that matchup. Pops it high. And I mean, against a server like Leon, like if it's in even if it's in your lap, you kind of just got to play defense on it and pop it high like this. Give your team a chance to find a swing. You know, that's off the hands. It looked like. Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. I guess not. I'm pretty sure they're gonna complain about a touch there. Let's see. They challenge it. Guess not. Wilfredo Leon again. Same deal, just playing defense on that serve because it's really difficult. Bang. And like obviously, if you can hit someone's seam with this power, then yeah, that's probably going to be an ace, or it's going to be really hard for him to do something with it. But most passers, most players, if it's in their like this one right here, if it's in their lap like this, even if it's harder, I know this isn't a super hard serve, but if it's in their lap like this, even their opposite can still dime that ball. Wilfredo Leon playing a little bit of defense here. Scoops it. Deep out of system here. Oof. Yeah, middles. Be prepared to take that. You know, one thing my middle did recently is kind of like protect the setter. Like he was kind of close to the setter here so that he didn't have to take something like that. But in today's game, dude, setters just take a ball like this. Put it right in the middle. Have him jump out of the six. I don't care. It's still an offense. That's more fun to do anyways. That's a nice swing right there. The patience, and then he just, again, stays high. Look at the arm swing. Stays high with it. Bang, deep into the court. Wilfredo Leon. Good serve off the tape. Lucky. Oof. Whoa. A little bit of a missed hand contact there on his way down. Gets on that quick. Let's see what step he's on. Yeah, it's a pretty quick route. And just blasts it off the hands there. Yeah. Yeah. Oof. Is that another ace? Looks like another ace there. Lubin just flying off of Wilfredo Leon's serves here. Just living off of them. And they're passing 4 and they're still getting them out of system, you know. They're just good serves. Good swing by this guy, though. Let's see this one more time. Really nice angle here. Really nice angle. Super sharp. Gets a touch off defense. Spinner. Floats it to Wilfredo Leon. Yeah. This is why, I don't know. I mean, I really think that this can be such a good swing down the line, but also just I think this is still the right choice for the blocker. You know, just try to take away everything from the line seam over or even further cross and try to force an error like that. You know, because it's a smaller scoring window down that line. Karlachek out of system. That's where he's gonna thrive. Big swing, dude. It's a big swing. He's got such an interesting arm swing, but he still just blasts the ball very hard. Float. Karlachek, good pass from the float there. Let's see it. Yeah, stable platform on it. It's nice. Over the top, gets another kill. Very nice. Nice side out. 5'8", out of bounds. Floater. Really nice floaters. They're getting them on their platform right now, too. Like, oh my gosh, that's flat to the net, too. They're really nice. Out of system. Karlachek against the triple block. Blasting it off the hands. Bang. See you, bud. Gosh, that's a really nice swing again. Let's see. I want to see that serve again. Wow, super, super sharp there. That's crazy. Right on the tape, too. Gets the setter out. Let's see, Heno. Good choice. And again, this is what I'm talking about against a triple block like this. Like, don't be prideful if you're not Karlichek or Wilfredo Leon, because you can just get the setter out, get him out of system, and then you can get another triple block on them instead. And that's usually going to force an error, you know. It's either going to force an error, a block, or the rally's going to continue. It's so much more rare to score off a triple block, you know, or score against a triple block. Sorry. It's not an ideal situation, and if you can put the other team in a non-ideal situation when you are in a non-ideal situation, that's a win. That's a win right there. It's a good thing. Good joust. And I like how Heno just gets his hands directly on the ball there. He's not wasting time trying to get up here, trying to block an angle or anything. He sees the play, gets his hands on it directly. McCarthy getting tooled. Karlichek, no sir. McCarthy, good serve. It's a nice little chop short. No sir. Yeah. And even though Heno tries to take this angle here, it's just not enough, you know, because there's always more cross, you know. And you see McCarthy kind of jump in there. I think if he stays wider, there's at least a chance that he gets that dig. So just disciplined defense is something that I'm really trying to focus on lately. Good tip. Let's see here. Tip there. That's not a bad choice at all. You know, it's not a bad choice. That's why Heno does what he does. Because he's able to adjust on the ball so well, you know. And Wilfredo Leon has a completely different way of adjusting to bad sets or adjusting to bad situations, you know, because he's got super long arms. He's jumping super, super high. And so you just put it higher, he can adjust to it. Heno, quick situation, he's going to throw it somewhere. He's going to find an angle. He's going to, you know, do something quick. Totally different approaches to adjustment, but phenomenal nonetheless, both of them. It's a really nice serve. Spinner goes at someone else this time. Back to Hadrava. Yeah, and Hadrava likes that thumb down. It's pretty obvious. I know. Like this right here is great. Just a very, like, that's the only move he's making. He's sitting in right from the pass, gets in, sits in before the setter is even going. He's ready to do something on defense, and then just turns, pivots, moves slightly, scoops. That's it. It's not anything crazy. There's no wasted movement in the defense there. Very nice. Let's see. Lefty spinner again. Karlichek, yup. Yeah, he contacted that ball really high. That will happen right there. That will happen. Karlichek will get his. He's a beast. He's a good player. He's gonna get his. That's for sure. And they looks like they do a double sub. Who's setting for them? Borkowski, maybe. I think that's probably how you pronounce it. Swartz. Is he the German guy? I think he's the German guy. Out of bounds here. Let's see. Spinner. Good pass. Not great. Yeah. The only problem with leaving the funneling line is trying to protect your outer edge, because you're obviously opening that up. It's just tough. Just tough. Let's see here. Spinner. Yeah, they keep that tempo pretty quick there. But I like how he still is getting Wilfredo Leon to his peak. I always say full Wilfredo Leon instead of just Leon. Let's see. Yeah, great adjustment here. Ball's low. Does something quick. Gets it by Heno. Out of system. Pops it up to Leon. Tries to recycle. Ball's still alive. Let's see. Okay. McCarthy deep in the 6. Pops it up. We're in business. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, of course, if as long as as long as Leon gets his feet there, then he's able to adjust. But he did not get his feet there at all there. A little bit of funkiness. Well, Leon stays down for some reason. Just go up. You can get a soft touch there. I mean, right where he is too. He's there. He might be able to get that block if he just jumps. If he just does a standing block there. If he does a standing block, he might be able to get that ball. But sometimes there's mental lapses deep in a set like that. Really nice pass. Off the hybrid too. I like how calm this guy's approach is. In a big lanky guy like that, it's a really nice way to hybrid. Very unexpected, very nice. As long as he's got the control and the arm swing to do so. Nice swing by Henno. Great serves. Using that lefty cut that God gave him. Come on now. Swinging into the seam, deep corner. They're up 24-15 now. It's their game. Somehow Olsztyn's gonna find a way to take a set in the third, I believe. Third set coming up here. Chops it. Honestly, they're like trying to find the middle on some of these serves, which I don't mind that at all. I think that's fun. I think that'll get people out of system sometimes. Yeah. I will say again though, like there are some cons to opening up the line, especially when he's front row, because it's a very hard ball to defend. I will say. Both teams going short on each other in the serve. Ball's still alive. McCarthy getting some digs here. Leon. Good move. And I like this. Like you see him, he moves down further. He's done that a few times now with Leon, but especially because of the hole. They're thinking, okay, he's gonna attack him. This is a mismatch. He's gonna be OT on him a lot. So look at where they got. They're here. This guy's defending there. I mean, it's a little close for me. I think he might get blown up. He's here off the hands. He's here off the corner there. Gets the dig. Ball's up. And they keep it alive. Let's see. Middle tip. Ball's up. Let's see. I love how he keeps that ball inside there. Keeps that ball inside. Goes further across than these guys are. Yeah. And another, like, you see he's setting this ball from here and puts it further, just slightly. Let's see where he contacts it. Ready? Let's just slow this down real quick. Okay, takes the ball from here. Ball is contacted there. I guess he could push it a little further inside. But you just see how Henno gets kind of pinned over there because they're already there, And then that cross is opened up. Out of system and Karlichek again. Gets blocked. Yeah. If he swings low like that, he's gonna get blocked all the time though. And that's anybody. I mean, even if you have a crazy arm swing or heavier arm swing than Karlichek, you're still gonna get blocked if you hit low too much. Good for Henno, getting that ball quickly in there. 4-0. This isn't a 3-0. This is a 3-1. Whatever. I'm not even gonna worry about it. Floater. Leon, good pass. Middle. Oof, hello. Good for this middle just to sit in, get hit. Good for him. He wants to play some defense. Henno. Yeah, they're getting blown up with serves right now. I like that dive from Leon. He sees Swartz going for that cross, dives into it a little bit. Maybe the initial plan was to take the line, and then he saw him going into the angle. And then this guy gets the block, though, off his head. That's fun. Henno could serve on Swartz. And, I mean, I wonder, I wonder if they're seeing these passers, if he's seeing these passers and going, okay, I think this is what they're going to do is go over here, whatever. It just must be based on the adjustments that they've made in the past already. I don't even know. Karlichek super high swing. just reaching it. Look at how much he extends his arm here. Contacts that ball super high. All right, back into it. And Olsztyn, they gotta make some sort of run. You know, like they're down 4. They're in a do or die situation here. I like this little chop short. You know, it's not the best one. You know, I do feel like it gets sold out pretty quickly when you see that. But it does kind of look like he's gonna spin to float it, and then just kind of touches it softer. You know, so it's almost like a fake spin to float going short. It's kind of interesting. Again, same thing. This is what I'm talking about, okay? This is what I'm talking about of what happened earlier. You might not get every point, but there might be a few extra errors from that happening right there, you know? Especially on the lefty, you know, because, you know, they just take it a little extra. Spinner. Oof, goes spin to float, misses it. Leone. Good pass. Let's see. Over the top of that. Over the top of that route. Gets a soft touch, sadly. I mean, I wonder if Swartz needs to just work on bringing that down the line, or if he is maybe just a bad connection. I'm not sure. He does kind of set against the double block, though. I will say that. Whatever. Keep it going. We'll keep it going. I won't analyze that single play too much. Sneaks it too quick under there, though. Really nice. Sneaks it really quick in the seam. And if you see a guy standing blocking like this, try to swing quick, you know, because he's not going to be in the air too long, you know. And he's also going to need to wait and be, you know, pretty late on that jump. Yeah, but this middle took it. Ooh, out of bounds. Inbounds. Very nice. 5'8". Karlichek off the tape. Good pass. Leone down the line. Yeah, and Leone just, I mean, that's a good swing for him. He seems so comfortable on the right side, honestly, which is fun to see. And I wonder if some of this rotation stuff that is happening here for them ends up coming over to the national team too at Poland. We'll see. Dude's hybriding into the hands here because they're up for the float. I like it. Just an aggressive one. An aggressive float, honestly, like not a true hybrid by any sense. He's just kind of pushing a little faster. Very nice. Very nice tip. Spinner. Good serve right into the seam. Good pass, though. I like this libero. He's doing some fun stuff. Taking a good amount in serve receive, that's for sure. Oh, and then that's so nice right there. And he's not taking too much. You know, he's not taking the whole line. He's just taking a little bit of angle. Because if he's not there, then that means if he doesn't dive, then he's about here on the press, something like that. So that ball would sneak by. So Leone's thinking, okay, I'm chilling. You know, I'm just gonna sneak it right by him. No, sir. Slightly outside of his body. Bang. Finishes his hands in too. Still presses well. Very nice block right there. Floater. Good by Karlichek. Really nice. Swartz is sneaking it down the line really well right now. I didn't even think that Hadrava was... Maybe Hadrava just wasn't really getting anything going. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes. That's something I do not envy about being a coach. Oh my gosh. He tries to go and attack this swing, it looks like, or attack that free ball, but it just doesn't really work out too well. Luckily, Swartz chips it off the block. Maybe off of him, hard to tell. Yeah, just off the block there. That's crazy. Ooh, hey. Yeah, finishes that. Wow, way out of bounds. Holy crap. Spinner. Good pass. Gosh, again, just this is gonna attacking and keep like extending your arm on your arm swing is just gonna help you so much. Like it's gonna even if Heno makes the right move here, which he did, he took the right spot. It's still just right over top of him, trickles through. I wish I was working on my arm swing sooner than now, man. I really do. Karlichek, pretty good move. It's a nice little soft touch there. Another good soft touch. Leon and nope. Okay. Yup. Let's see. Out of bounds, inbounds, out of bounds. Wow. Just some errors coming over from Lubin right now. I mean, they're in a rotation where Heno can't step into pass. They can't really make any adjustments, so they give it to Leon. After oh wow, they somehow keep that alive. Let's see. Run in the middle. Good reads again. Honestly, they've done this a few times now where this guy, right? Actually, it might be a different guy. But these middles just kind of jump over quick, press really well, get him. Bang. Good choice. Yeah, middles, they have a tough job, man. They have to read the setter's mind sometimes. Out of system, Leon. Whew. I mean, maybe he can press more. It's kind of hard to tell. Oosh, just sneaks it in between his arms there. Nope, out of bounds. Let's see. Now we got it tied up 13-13, 13-14. Very close game now. If they sat out here, they'll tie it back up. Oof, error from Karlichek. But again, like it only takes one service run to get a nice lead or to close a gap. It only takes a little bit. Leon out of system. Yeah, and this is why they were doing what they were doing earlier, and it could have worked out well if they had done it again, because the libero maybe would have been right here. Could have done it. Maybe it's just a read where if he sees the gap, he goes in there. If not, he stays there. But right here, I mean, this is why you want to have freedom, especially against a big player like him, okay? You want to have freedom in this 5 spot to just get outside of the block. Like get to a spot where you can see the ball and get right outside of the block. Yeah, but this guy's probably going to press a lot better. Yeah. Anyways, we keep going. Chop by Heno. Back to Swartz. I think he's on the German team. He could be the Canadian guy. I don't remember. Karlichek, huge swing. That's his game. Just rip it. Just absolutely bomb it every time. See a ball. Oof. Yikes. Out of system. Big serves coming from both sides a lot of the time. Lots of service pressure. Not even always from powerful serves, but just from good serves. Good angles, good things. And then big swings too. Okay, continuing. And wait, what happened on this last one? Yeah, okay, good swing by Karlichek here. Crossbody, takes it angle. Really nice swing. Yeah, really nice right underneath the block too. Anyways, he's going back to serve. Let's see what he does. Great serve into the seam. Yeah, of course, he's not having his best game. Okay, he's gotten blocked a lot. But he's coming in clutch with some serves now. He's coming in clutch when they need him. Maybe he missed it. Never mind. Dang it, I was really hoping for a few serves from him. I don't know when this set really turns around, but it's 17-18 now. Let's see this swing. Yeah, McCarthy looks for a soft block here. Not a terrible idea. It just goes off them a little different than he wanted. Spin serve here in the seam. Nice pass by Heno. And he just gets his angle right there. Holds it. Bang, dimes it. Let's see. Back to Leon. That's just a really nice swing. Just a really nice swing. I mean, of course, this guy's moving around a bit too much there, but that's just a really nice swing. Sneaking it right outside the block again. Oof. Yeah, man. Lubin, when did they lose this? Like, that's crazy. I don't know. I mean, it seems like they're dominating it right now. Like, they're still in control every time. Even every time the Olsztyn starts to catch up, they find some more space again. Yeah. And they're doing the thing where he covers the middle, he covers the outside as well. He covers everything. And gets scored on. Leon, out of system. Anyways, out of system. Let's see. Big set. Going to this big lefty here. Tips it. Gets recycled. Not a Heno. Off the hands. Good choice. Yes, sir. Lefty spinner here. Nope. All right, 1921. Let's see. Spin to float. Good pass. I know. And he really uses his whole body. Like, look at how he finishes. Look at how his hip is fully there now. Let's see. When he's jumping, he's here. Hip goes first. Goes through completely. That's really nice. Big swing. McCarthy chops it short. Hadrava's back in. Olsztyn sneaks it underneath again. Karlichek, you dog, you. 22-20. Floater on Leon. Going to him. It's a good tip. That's a really nice tip. A little ambidextrous action there. And right here, like, you want to, if you're Hadrava, you want to just grab that ball as quick as possible and not go into an angle, especially when he's tipping like that, and just reach and press and make the most downward angle that you can. So if he tries to recycle, it's as hard as possible for him, you know. Good patience. Way to keep himself off the net there. Even jumps back just to make sure he's got enough angle, enough space to swing. 23-21, out of bounds. 24-21. Do they lose this? What's happening right now? Let's see. It's going to be a big side out. Yep, big side out. Karlichek goes for it in the seam. Scores. Let's see. Karlichek back to serve again. Okay, so he is the guy that clutches. All right, good. That makes me happy. Jeez, blows him up. Heno getting bopped in the shoulder there. Serve might be out. Serve might be in. Not sure, but it's a good serve. And he goes for it again. High toss. Contacts it high. Right over top of that tape. Great hand contact. Straight in the seam. That's beautiful. Beautiful stuff right there. 24s. Another ace. 25-24. Let's see. Again. That's 4 aces in a row. Holy crap. Just ripping. Trusting his serve. Trusting his arm swing. Letting it rip. That's awesome, dude. Yeesh. That's crazy. I've only done that in a grass tournament once. 4 aces in a row to finish a game or a set. Pretty crazy. That's really good by Karlichek. And then Heno gets a nice tool there. McCarthy, spin to float. I love seeing middles comfortably spin to float. Again, same thing. You got a triple block up there, or you got a good block in front of you. Tip it somewhere well. And, he still does it from up here. He's still tipping from really high, and that ball doesn't go super up. Like, it's a pretty fast tip. It's a slight power tip. But, yeah, it's just nice. Good pass. Let's see. Heno. Bang. Yeah. And Heno's interesting because he doesn't really contact that ball super high except for on his serve. Like you see here on his serve, he still contacts it high. A lot of out-of-system stuff, he contacts it pretty high. But a lot of his swings, he takes it down here almost like a middle, Oof. Yeah, Wilfred Leon getting tooled. Yeah, and when that ball gets pushed further outside the pin, or like the further it gets pushed, the more line you got to take. And if that goes for front row and back row for sure. Roll shot. Yeah, let's see. Bang. Leon. Just a big old swing. And they're scrambling over here too. Like you see Karlichek running over, playing the middle roll. Doesn't close the block perfectly, but hey, fair enough. It's a good swing. Leon, big serve now. Whoa. Still funky. Still finding a way. Recycle. Going back to Leon. Yep, knew it. Come on now. They're playing. It's getting scrappy. After Olsztyn wins that set there, like they did, like it's going to get scrappy. It's going to get a little bit messy, and they're going to just play and maybe be a little bit stiffer than usual, but they're still playing. They're going to play hard, Good dig. Like right here, like you see, I mean, it's almost, I can't tell if this is exactly what he's doing, but it seems to me like he's just angling himself right outside the block and then sitting in, Yeah. And obviously he's got to keep that ball on his side, but it's a good read. Good serve by Karlichek. And after those multiple aces, he chops that one short. I love that. And he's got them on their heels. For sure. And I mean, Karlichek from the line is huge right now. That's another ace, is it? That's crazy. Another ace. He's hot from the line. That's gonna put these guys on their heels a ton. Oh, and sadly, he ends his own run. Hybrid inbounds. Yeah. Then floats it and keeps the guys on their toes. It's a good decision. And again, same thing. Like you want to just delay as long as possible because some weird stuff could happen sometimes. But no, you don't want to delay on a ball like that. Like if you see someone tipping somewhere or power tipping somewhere, go for it. Especially if it's to open space. If it's near the block, if it's close to the block, maybe be patient with it. But it's kind of tough. It's tough. It's very situational. Just play. Big swing in the seam there. I'd love for that 6 spot to fill the seam, but it's just tough sometimes. Sometimes it's better for the 5 spot to fill that seam. Sometimes it's better for the 6 spot too. It just depends on the ball. It depends on the angle that the attacker's coming in at. Yeah, we're getting scrappy. This is a game for sure. This is a good game. This is very like this 4th set is really, really amped in my opinion. Like compared to the other ones, it seems like these guys are just locked in after that 3rd set. Because I bet Lubin, they're thinking, shoot, we're mad that we lost that set. We shouldn't have. We were up 24-21 or whatever it was. That's really nice. It's a good triple block. Just closing it well. These guys aren't fully jumping as high as they possibly can, but they're closing that block really well. And then Olsztyn, on the other hand, is thinking, all right, hey, we can win this game. We can do something. We can actually win this. And good for Karlichek to kind of hand them that momentum there. Like, look, guys, we can do this. I'm going to get 4 aces sometimes. That's what I do. I'm Karlichek. I bet he said it exactly like that. Big swing, deep corner. Beautiful, beautiful swing. And, of course, maybe that this middle here can press earlier. Yeah, but it's tough. It's not a terrible move. I mean, I think they're in the right spot. He just maybe needs to press earlier. That's all. Karlichek over the top. Yup. Spinner. Yep. I know. Out of bounds. Inbounds. Looks like it's in. It's another great swing. And see, like, it's really nice to see very, very high-level players just going in and out of positions. Like these guys are going back and forth. He's the 0-1, I think, and then he's the right side, and then Leon has to hit on the right side sometimes, like when he's back row. And honestly, like I would think that it makes it harder to put together a scout for that team too. And if you see ball dying inside like this, make sure you get that cross. Make sure you get that cross because he's going to be flying in like this, like big serve, great serve, whatever. He's coming in from here, and then his angular approach is just purely here. Like that's all of his momentum is going towards that corner. And so if you block that line or don't take enough cross there, you're not touching that ball. Good swing by Karlichek. Oh, chops it short. Tries to get himself in rhythm, I think. But you can't. You got to go for it, big dog. Maybe it was just a bad toss. Yeah. And you see here, this guy right here opens up his right arm too much. You see, like, right here. Opens up that low seam here, trying to press again. He's trying to press too high on him. If he just presses and seals that tape, he's going to get a few extra, I'd much rather have someone be a disciplined blocker than have a few really cool highlight blocks because they're going from up here, like take away the really difficult swing, Take away the swing that's easier for him in the same way that we talked about earlier. A little mishap from Olsztyn over there. Floater. Again, another mishap in that same seam. Well, I guess the first one wasn't a seam issue, but still. Yep, Heno. Yeah, Heno's he's a great passer too. Yeah, and if it gets on this, right on this line with a float here, it's nice to take it with your platform. I think it's a lot easier. Because if you try to take it with your hands, unless you really get your feet around that ball, you're gonna be what are they saying here? Okay, then it's gonna be hard to get it to target is what I was gonna finish with, but off him. Yeah, what's the call? They calling 4? Must be 4 hits. I don't know. Let's see. This guy. And this guy's playing an interesting role here. He's not going to be the main attacker by any means. He's not going to be a main guy. He's just going to be a role player, but he's going to be doing well. His job is to pass and not make errors and take some decent out-of-system swings. Get some recycles and let Heno and Leon especially, get the kills. Spin to float, good pass. Over the top, Leon. Yeah, that's really nice. Yeah, McCarthy's gonna get a few kills too. Like I think McCarthy's a good middle. But yeah, both teams are serving pretty well right now, but just putting pressure on each other. And maybe they both could be passing better, but still, same deal. It's just, I mean, maybe it's passing, maybe it's serving. Both are, but that's where the problem lies. That's where the issue lies for Olsztyn right now. Is I think they're too much out of system. They don't have a Wilfredo Leon who can go OT on a triple block against anybody. Swartz, however, that's a pretty nice swing. Very nice. All right, let's see, 21-18. Oof, wow. Yeah, and this is the type of ball that this guy in his role needs to dime that ball. Like he needs to have that ball. 'Cause I don't think that's a crazy serve by any means. Another one. Get some semi-in system here with Leon. Let's see. And, Leon is making the right decisions, I would say, like going and attacking that setter pretty consistently. Good triple block by him as well. Great press. Karlichek getting blocked. He's gotten blocked a good amount, if I'm being honest. And again, same deal. Like, try to miss this ball inside. Because you see here, he wants to go inside. You see that little slight step there? He wants to go inside. And then he has to go here, and then he's facing there. And if he wants to swing sharp cross or even deep corner, he's got to turn like that, and it ends up being a roll shot. And now they're going to be very much in system, and they're going to get a kill. Yep. Yeah, so again, miss that ball inside. Let him take his angle there. Or, communicate about it. Figure out what the agreement is, what you guys want. Maybe Karlichek likes to take it at that angle, but I doubt he does. Most righties do not. A little lefty swing there. That's in. Wow, what a swing by him. Hybrid to Leon. Back to Heno. Again, throws it into the block. Yeah, man, that's fun. Any situation like that, you got to do it. Yeah, man, that's what Heno does. That's what Heno does. Is he throws into the block sometimes, gets funky with the folks. It's up, and I think Olsztyn comes back from this again. Big comeback from him again, because I'm pretty sure the end score is like 30 something. All right, 21-24. Just sneaks it right by, and you can give that up. Like, that's fair. Good for them. Like, if I'm Leon, I'm thinking, all right, I gave a single ball worth, and he got it somehow. And that's 25-21. Never mind, I was wrong. Let's see that run real quick. Yeah, and I think Karlichek just drifted a bit here, because you see he goes from here, let's say, straight up. Let's say this is his edge of the block. Let's see where it crosses the tape. I don't know. I think if he doesn't drift, I think he might get that block. But yeah, just look. He drifts into it. It's easier to play defense around. You might get better blocks. Whatever. Same deal. Good game, though. Thanks for watching, guys.